Hi children, good morning. Sit straight in your chairs, join your hands. Let's start the prayer. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Good morning children. Welcome to your English reader class. Today's date is 12/2/2021. 12th February 2021. Day is Friday. Today I am starting a new lesson, that is lesson 9. And you have a very nice funny poem. Okay? The name of the poem is I Use My Brain. I use my brain. And this poem is on page number 100. Okay? Please open page number 100, 100, 100 and you have the poem I Use My Brain. So, let us read out the lines of this poem and first let us understand the meaning of the poem. Okay, then we will learn the poem. So, let's get started. So, the poem lines are like this. I use my brain. I use my brain to think. Okay, what is the meaning of this line? I use my brain to think. You know, see, this is head, right? Inside head you have brain which really thinks. Okay, so we use our brain to think. Whenever you think about anything, you should know that you are using your brain to think. Okay, I use my brain to think. Then I use my nose. I use my nose to smell. I use my nose to smell. So the first stanza is I use my brain to think. I use my nose to smell. Then I use my eyes to blink. What is the meaning of blink? Quick closing and opening of eyes quickly. Tick. This is blinking. Okay, I use my eyes to blink. Then I use my throat. This is throat. I use my throat to yell. What is yell? Y-E-L-L. Yell is shout. Okay, the meaning of yell is shout. It means you use your throat to shout. Okay, I use my eyes to blink. I use my throat to shout. Let's come to third stanza. I use my mouth to giggle. So I use my mouth to giggle. What is giggle? Giggle is light laugh. Like this. It's not like this. Not like that. Okay. Lightly. Okay. If you just laugh very lightly, that is giggling. Okay. Continuously. Okay. Laughing lightly and continuously is giggling. I use my mouth to giggle. I use my hands to clap. I use my hands to clap. Okay. I use my mouth to giggle, giggle, giggle. I use my hands to clap. Then the last stanza is I use my toes. You know toes? What are these? What are these? These are fingers. Okay, these are fingers. Okay, because they are attached to your hands, they are fingers. Okay, this is palm, okay, hands, and attached to your hands, these are fingers. But what is that which is attached to your feet? We don't call them fingers, we call them toes. You have toes. You have 10 toes in all. This is what we have learned in EVS, right? We have 10 toes in all. 5 on each foot. So we have 10 toes in all. I use my toes to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Then what's the meaning of wiggle? Wiggle is moving your toes. Wiggle is moving your toes up and down, or right and left. Okay, just giving slight movement of your toes is wiggle. I use my toes to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Then I use my feet. Okay, the complete feet. I use my feet. Okay, 2 legs you have, so 2 feet. So use your feet to what? Tap, tap, tap. Tapping your leg. As you're clapping your hand like that, you tap your leg. Okay? Tap, tap, tap. Feet to tap. So this is poem about all your body parts and actions you do. All these are action words. Right? Come, let's learn this poem now. 1, 2, 3, start. I use my brain to think, think, think. I use my nose to smell. Come on, repeat, children. I want you all to stand up, listen to me carefully, and repeat with all actions. Okay? Stand up, everybody. 1, 2, 3, start. I use my brain to think, think, think. I use my nose to smell. Say, I use my brain to think, think, think. I use my nose to smell. Then, second stanza. I use my eyes to blink, blink, blink. I use my throat to yell, shout. I use my mouth to giggle, giggle, giggle. Giggling is like this. I use my mouth to giggle, giggle, giggle. I use my hands to clap. I use my toes to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I use my feet to tap. Okay? Tap your feet on the floor. Tap. Tap your feet on the floor. I use my feet to tap. Okay? Last time. I use my brain to think, think, think. I use my nose to smell. I use my eyes to blink, blink, blink. I use my throat to yell. I use my mouth to wiggle, wiggle, giggle, giggle, giggle. I use my hands to clap. I use my toes to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I use my feet to tap. That's all. So, we will learn this poem every day. Okay, children? So, you also learn at home, enjoy, do all actions, and happy learning. Bye-bye. See you in EVS class.